India Vision Foundation, proud daughter of Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am, whom we all adore. And before we begin, I would now call upon Banureka Kondo from IVIT to tell us a few words about IVIT.
Uma, sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah.
I think the participants are 100, so she's not able to actually log in. So maybe you can probably introduce.
She can log in. This should be more than, we do have a participants availability of more than 100 here. Sukanya, am I right?
Okay, because
no, ma'am. Uma, ma'am.
saying unable to join. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
Sukanya.
are over 100.
Okay.
So it says
Okay,
that
Amrika,
Sukanya,
we'll
am I
figure that
right?
out. Okay, I
Yeah.
will go ahead. IVIT is an organization which has started as part of, curated by STPI, and it's mainly about women welfare and women development as part of IT and IT enabled services. And we do have many organizations partnered with us right now, focusing on technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, and also enabling work-life balance for women. So the core idea is to encourage more and more women in the technology space. And we also have Udayan Care here, which takes care of girl children education, which primarily focuses on enabling them with providing financial assistance for 5 years, hand-holding them, mentoring them towards a career path. I2I Skills is a startup company which is providing grassroots technology training for children, especially from the age group of 12 and above, which means that the whole purpose of all the three groups here is in terms of nation building, especially focusing on girl children. Now, let me introduce Saina. Saina, to me, I can proudly call my soul sister. Before I introduce her as the permanent trustee of India Vision Foundation, chief executive of demonstrative learning, member governing body of Navjyoti India Foundation, I should tell a line about her. She is absolutely hardworking, very, very disciplined and focused, absolutely God-fearing and dedicated to her family and the causes that she is passionate about. Despite of the fact of being a celebrity child, living a normal life, leading by example, continuing a grand legacy, and still having her own absolutely delightful identity is only possible for inspiring women like Saina. Thank you, Saina, for accepting here today.
Thank you.
I know what best we can ask for from a girl who has been raised by the India's first IPS woman officer. Thank you. Thank you again for being here. And over to you, Saina. The show is for you.
Yes. Thank you, Uma. Jai Dharima to you. Jai Dharima to all the youngsters. I thank Uma for her kind words. I surrender them at the feet of the divine. The praise, it's all them. I'll say a few words about both our organizations and we will start taking our questions because I know how excited we are about interacting with all of you. Navjyoti India Foundation is 33 years old. India Vision Foundation is 26 years old. And demonstrative learning is a website. We started demonstrative learning on 9th of June. That was Mummy's birthday, my mother, Dr. Kiran Bedi's birthday. Demonstrative learning is a website where we're trying to make it extremely content rich. The objective is to share a lot of content with all of you. It's to care and it's to sensitize. We love communicating. We love being creative. We are doing that for all of you, for all you youngsters. So you can get on our website. Navjyoti India Foundation reaches out to about 10,000 beneficiaries on a daily basis, directly and indirectly, through various community programs. You can again, I request you to see the website. India Vision Foundation reaches out to almost 3,000 beneficiaries on a daily basis. Our mission statement is to save the next victim. India Vision is all towards crime prevention. Our motto is to prevent. We start early. We start with young children who are inside the prison. So that's about India Vision Foundation. My mother's journey is all about grace and grit. I want to tell you all youngsters, I know you have a lot of love and admiration for mommy. But beta, always remember a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice goes into making such a strong life. A lot of integrity, a lot of honesty goes into making such a life. So when you get inspired, you must read about the journey of that person. You must understand what it takes to make that celebrity or that person. There's a massive journey behind the icon. You must read about it. It will inspire you further. So this was about both the organizations and demonstrative learning and my mother's journey. It's all out there for you to explore, see at your own time. I think we can start our interaction.
Thank you so much, Saina. And we all know and have been reading about your mom and her inspiring journey. And every moment she keeps on inspiring us. I think at the age of 70, for the kind of agility, for the kind of focus, and for the kind of social sense that is in her, I think that is what we all need to carry forward. And I know you are shouldering a huge responsibility.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So can we request the USF girls to come on with their questions, please? We would, in the interest of time, we can take around 10 to 14 questions, and Saina would be very glad to answer them in detail. From Uday and Shalini, can I request the girls to come out and speak? You can unmute.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, Nurul, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Myself, Nurul. I'm from first batch of USF. I very glad to see you, ma'am. Can I ask this question, ma'am?
Yes, please, Beta, please.
Yes, ma'am. Nowadays, many women and children are abused or the harassment towards them increasing day by day. What is the reason for this, ma'am?
Nurul, you're talking about abuse which is non-acceptable. You're talking of abuse where you must understand abuse is not acceptable. Abuse is a sin. There are incidents where the person can be on a path of repentance and reformation and can be forgiven. But you need to understand the root cause of abuse. There is a serious mental and physical issue with a person who abuses. There are inbuilt issues. There are frustrations. There is wrong content consumption. There's a lot of lack of certain qualities. There's lack of morality. The only solution is to consciously be rooted in spirituality. Ethics, morality, integrity needs to be a part of our day-to-day lives. We are getting okay with accepting a lot. It's not okay. Abuse is not okay. Anger beyond a point is not okay. Rage is not okay. But what do? You need to focus on the quality of the person. You need to, why don't you tell me? Why don't you give me one suggestion which you feel how we can reduce abuse? Because there is abuse and there's a person who accepts abuse. Give me one point how you feel we can reduce abuse. Morality, the power of morality.
Nurul, Nurul, unmute yourself, and if you have any suggestions as an youngster, please go ahead and update us.
I would like to hear a view from you, Nurul.
Nurul, unmute. Nurul, you're on mute.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Tell me, what do you think? A person who abuses a child, or abuse, a person who abuses, what do you think is the root cause? Physically, mentally, they're not well because it's a power game. It's a power game. They think they can get away with it.
கண்ணா புரியுதா என்ன கேக்குறாங்கன்னா நீ அபியூஸ் எப்படி நம்ம தடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க. ஹவு நம்ம எப்படி அதை வந்து தடுக்கலாம், அது வந்து மத்தவங்க நம்ம மேல காட்டுற பவர்னாலயா எதனால இது ஏற்படுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
Yes, ma'am. I can understand. Can I tell in Tamil, ma'am?
Yeah, tell me. I will translate it to her.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, அது ஒரு மனிதாபிமானமே இல்லாம ஒரு செயல் மேம். என்ன ஒரு குழந்தைன்னு கூட பார்க்காம நிறைய ஹராஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க மேம். அதுக்கு என்ன தெரியும், ஏது தெரியும், ஒரு ஏதோ என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு பொம்மை மாதிரி பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டாங்க வர வர நம்ம கேர்ள்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும். பொதுவா கேர்ள் சைல்டா இருந்தாலும் பிளேஸ்ல இருந்தாலுமே ஒரு பொம்மை அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி அவங்க திங்க் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டாங்களோ அப்படின்னு தோணுது மேம்.
Thank you. So Saina, she's saying they are doing this with absolutely no human heart, and not even thinking that she's a child, he or she is a child. Especially they treat the girl child as a play toy, and the abuse is continuing.
Yeah, it should be non-acceptable. It is a sin. We have to focus on morality. We have to be rooted in spirituality. There are do's and don'ts. Even in a family, there are do's and don'ts of a society. We all need collective voice. This is exactly forums like this. This is what we do. This is what our organizations do. This is what Uma is doing. This is what your organization is doing. We are raising a voice. We are creating awareness. But morality, ethics need to be a priority. And it starts early. It starts early in our schools. We need to be taught rage, abuse of any kind, anger, raising a hand is not acceptable.
Yeah, thank you, Saina. We do have Sangeeta having a point on this. Sangeeta Natarajan, please go ahead.
Ma'am, first girl should be strong. என்ன எந்த அளவுக்கு நம்மள வந்து அவங்க பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு தெரியும். ஈவன் வந்து நம்ம போட்டோஸ் வச்சிருந்தாலும் சரி, எதுவா இருந்தாலும் சரி, நம்ம முதல்ல ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கணும்.
Yeah, girls need to be strong. Even if we share photos on social media, we need to ensure we are all doing it with all safety protocols and follow the rules and keep private pictures very, very minimal. Sangeeta, can you come on video and update in English if possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead, Sangeeta. Yeah.
First, we should be strong, ma'am. We know about our parents and our society. So first, we should be strong. First, girls should be strong, and then we should educate the boys also how to we should express the we should express the girls' feeling also. The parents should educate boys. Girls how they will feel, how to எப்படி பார்க்கணும் என்ன ஃபீல் எப்படி
how to treat girls, how to behave with them, how to respect them, and right.
Yes, ma'am. And even a date, they should also teach him. We should expose all the thing, then only they know about
so you have to tell that it impacts them both physically and emotionally also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we are talking of abuse
Yeah,
across the bracket. We're talking of the word abuse. Nobody should abuse anybody. There should be dignity of life.
exactly.
The practice of dignity of life should be the rule. No mind games, no power games of any kind. One person should not suppress the other person just because that other person has the power to do so.
Okay.
This should be the norm.
Absolutely, Saina. I think we will go with the next question. Can we go ahead with the next question from Uday and Shalini, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Caste very important for our country, ma'am. If it is important, why?
Okay. Is caste very important for a country? And if it is so, why? Saina.
The caste is a setup. It's a social setup. It is what it is. Caste also brings about certain inherited practices. It defines you in a certain way, your language, your customs, your habits, your beliefs, your food systems. It is what it is. I think the key is we do not discriminate. We do not discriminate. In the earlier times, caste was used more as a social role for defining social roles.
Trade and their own
Absolutely.
belief systems. But I think eventually we have taken that as an
To a different level.
a different platform.
But caste is for certain customs, practices, inheritance, but there should be unity in diversity. So, of course, caste is a part of our setup. It is what it is, but all in balance, and there should be no discrimination on the basis of caste. We all are equal.
Absolutely. And I think the whole thing, because of honor killings and the kind of, this relates to the first question because of the kind of economical divide, the social divide that's happening based on the caste is what is causing frustration, what is causing a lot of criminal cases, and also, such an anxiety in the young mind, Saina. You can see that questions coming in from children similar to this.
Young minds are thinking about caste. Of course, it will define you in a certain way, but again, take the best out of it, take the spiritual side of it, take the moral side of it. Do that, but do not discriminate. Do not discriminate. You have to start. You be the change you want to see in the world. You have to start. Nation first. We are all Indians first.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nurul, for that nice question. Moving on to the next question from Udayan Kher. Who is going to ask the next question? Krishna? I hear somebody unmuting, but I'm not able to see them. Okay, I will go ahead with the next question. Why are so many graduates unemployed?
Population, we are, I think, we're 18%. We contribute to 18% of the world population, and lack of education. With the youngsters, I don't want to talk about government policies and government systems. I don't want to criticize. I want them to participate. I want them to take a sense of ownership towards everything. Unemployment. You must understand, it all ends when you find dignity in all work. There has to be dignity found in all kinds of work. One sector cannot absorb everyone. So all of you start understanding unemployment here. There is unemployment. No, there are systems to be put in place. I agree. But we as youngsters will start understanding where our talent is. And we will follow our talent. We will find dignity in all work. There is no work that is big or small. Start finding dignity. Everybody cannot be a doctor. Everybody cannot be a scientist. Everybody cannot be an engineer. Own up. Be proud of who you are. It is not about how much you earn, the size of your home. It's about who you are as a person, who you are as a human being, not a man, woman, who you are as a human being. Be proud of who you are and find dignity in work. Find dignity in labor, find dignity in work. All
I
will
think
happen.
the whole idea that I'm an engineer and I'll do only this, I can, and limiting your capabilities and belief systems being a woman, I think that is the biggest challenge, Saina. We have to break those barriers, I think, and that is what will make them take up whatever comes, and that opportunity may someday knock it big. So
Wherever you can start with whatever you have, start. But make self-reliance a priority. We are talking about, our government, our country is talking about Atmanirbharta. It's a very, very important word given to us. Self-reliance. But how will we reach there? How will we go there if we have such rigid do's and don'ts?
exactly.
I will do this, I will not do this. According to so many parameters. No. Take care of your self-reliance. Educate yourself. Train yourself. And find dignity in all that you do. Be proud of yourself.
There's no limit, that especially for a woman, and I think we can definitely break not just the glass ceilings but the cement ceilings that are around us. Thank you, Saina. The next question is from Selvapriya. Selvapriya, go ahead. Please come on video and also unmute and speak, children. Yeah. Come on video, Kanna, no worries. Come on video.
Good afternoon or good evening all, and ma'am நான் தமிழ்லே கேக்குறேன், நீங்க கன்வே பண்ணிருங்க மேம்.
Okay, go ahead.
மேம், இந்த 21st செஞ்சுரியில வந்து டெக்னாலஜிஸ் எவ்வளவோ நல்லா டெவலப் ஆயிருக்கு. பட் ஆனால் இந்த உமன் ஹராஸ்மெண்ட்ஸை வந்து அவேர் பண்ற மாதிரி, இப்போ இன்கேஸ் இப்போ நம்ம வந்து நைட் டைம்ல வெளியே போறோம், இப்போ நம்மள வந்து ஹராஸ் பண்றதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்றாங்கன்னா, நம்ம ஏதோ ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி, ஒரு ஆப்னே வச்சுக்கலாம். ஒரு ஆப் மூலமா வந்து நம்ம அதை வந்து நம்மளை சுத்தி இருக்கவங்களுக்கோ இல்லை நம்ம நியர்பை போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷனுக்கோ தெரிவிக்கிற அளவுக்கு ஒரு ஆப் வந்து வந்திருக்கா? அது அந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து பிரபலம் ஆயிருக்கா அப்படிங்கிறதா மேம் என்னோட கொஸ்டின். ஸோ டெக்னாலஜி லெவல்ல இதை வந்து உமன்ஸ்க்காக அவங்க இன்னுமே நிறைய வந்து இன்வென்ட் பண்ணலாம் மேம்.
Yes. Saina, you want to take the question?
Yes, sure. But we have to.
Okay, I have typed it in the chat for you. In the 21st century, with so many technologies being developed, why is women harassment still an issue? And can we have any kind of apps being used and facilitate safety measures using technology? Yeah.
Of course, beta. There can be so many apps and technology can help in women's safety. Of course, but we are going to leave that for the experts. I want to say something else to you. You start taking responsibility for your heart, body, soul, mind. Women need to stand up for women. Technology will do its bit. The apps will do their bit.
In Tamil Nadu, especially, we have this app developed by the police department, Saina, which takes, the geographical location of where you are and alerts the nearest police station the minute you press the SOS app. So that is already in place in Tamil Nadu. However, beyond that, I think what you're saying in terms of self-defense or being mentally strong.
Yes, the app is there. The apps are there, as Uma has said. Of course, every state has an app. Every city has technology systems put in place, but who is using the technology?
Exactly.
Who is using the technology? Who's going to be using that app? I am coming to the power of your mind. I am coming to the power of your strength, your inner strength. First, you need to all take care of yourself. You need to be aware of where you're stepping out, at what time you're stepping out, what is the situation of that area. You, of course, need to be careful and cautious. And I request all women present, men and women, be each other's strength. Don't pull each other down and stop objectifying each other. So it all again comes to our schooling. We need to raise our boys and girls equally.
And also the presence of mind and having that courage to use that app and use
Absolutely.
whatever, even the pepper spray or whatever you have as a defense to yourself is important. And self-defense tools are something I think Saina, you should be telling us, because how a police officer would have been trained. So you can actually relate.
But how will self-defense come? How will the app be used? It will come from courage.
Exactly.
So if you are lacking, you all need to be strong, courageous women. You need to develop your self-esteem, self-respect, self-dignity. You need to take care of your bodies. You need to take care of your body language. You need to take responsibility of your own being and step out as confident young women, not as somebody who can be victimized. That mindset has to also change. The apps are there, the self-defense techniques are there, the technology is there, but we are going to be using them. So if our minds are not trained and we are not courageous enough to use what we need to use, how are we going to use them? And courage is not foolish. You also must understand, courage is not a foolish emotion. It has to be very well placed. How to use courage is also an art. How to use courage is also wisdom.
Absolutely.
So we need to develop all of that and start your day with a prayer. Ask for strength. Seek strength. Strengthen your bodies. Gone are the days. We cannot have a weak physical and mental immune system. Develop a strong mental and physical immune system. And then all the apps in the world will work. Otherwise, how will they work? So I am trying to reach your mind and your heart today. We are using technology. Technology is not using us. We're going the other way around. If you have a self-defense technique, physically you know something, but mentally you don't have the courage for it, how will you use the technique? So think about it. It's all in the mind first.
Absolutely, Saina. Thank you so much. I think the mental strength manages everything else around us. It gives us to act as per the self-judgment and presence of mind so that we protect ourselves beyond anything else. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Over to you, Varalakshmi.
Good evening, ma'am. Myself, Varalakshmi from USF. I'm very happy to see you, ma'am. I'm really excited. And my question is, would the economic impact of COVID-19 be higher on developed countries or developing countries, ma'am?
Yeah, developed countries and developing countries, I don't know, but I do know one thing, that COVID has affected all of us. All of us. What is the population of the world? The developing and the developed equally? It's about 7.8, it's about 8 billion. I think it's spared no one. It's affected all of us equally, Vita. And you need to understand how fragile human life is, how sensitive human life is. I am not getting into the economics of developed and developing countries right now. I am getting into your own personal life. I'm talking about Varalakshmi. We need to
Okay, ma'am.
understand how sensitive we are, how important, as I said earlier, how important it is for each one of us to develop our physical and mental immunity.
Okay,
There are
ma'am.
lessons to be learned from COVID. Whatever you
Okay,
earn,
ma'am.
save. Save a little bit, save. Keep your life simple. If your life is simple, you can embrace uncertainty. Do you know your needs and wants? If they are in check, you can embrace uncertainty. If you have a clean, healthy lifestyle, you can embrace uncertainty. If you're rooted in spirituality, you can embrace uncertainty. For me, COVID, for you youngsters, means uncertainty. Even a young school child took time to understand what happened. Where does that young child fit into developed or developing? At such a young age, the child has been forced to understand what the word uncertainty means. We all need to develop tools to embrace uncertainty. That is what we need to learn.
I think education system definitely picked up very fast because in technology we are used to working from home, but the kind of distance learning that started overnight when COVID hit our doors and we could no longer go to schools and colleges, Saina, as part of the demonstrative learning that you have started this year, I think you can actually tell us a bit about how the adaptability had made a difference.
We had to connect, we had to communicate, we had to reach out. Both our organizations, Navjyoti and India Vision Foundation, had to go on walking on our path of giving back and seva. We could not leave everyone's hand. We have, as I told you, 13,000 beneficiaries who we reach out to on a daily basis. We could not leave them just like that. So we developed coping mechanisms, we developed tools, we had to rise to the occasion. And that's how actually demonstrative learning came about. That's how the entire education system also took a leap forward and developed such wonderful tools. But there are two things at work here: systems, government, NGOs, and your own personal life. So I'm trying to connect today with your heart. I'm trying to tell you it's a very, very caring question that you're worried about the developed and the developing countries. But I'm talking to you today that all of you, if you start developing your immunity, physical and mental, you're contributing to the health of the universe. You all contribute to the health of the universe, each one of you. So take care of yourself, all of you young girls. Take care of your heart, body, soul, mind, your hygiene, your hair, your skin, your nails, the food you eat, the water you drink. Groom yourself, teach yourself communication skills. That you will all contribute to the health of the universe. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you so much, Saina, again. Now we have Susita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am, one more question I have, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your explanation for my first question, ma'am. And one more question I have, ma'am. Does cultural influence have a huge impact on the students' ability to study in college? Does a certain culture have any advantages over others, ma'am?
What is culture?
I mean, Hindu, Muslim, like that. Some colleges are preferring some of the caste.
No,
like
no,
that, ma'am.
Culture for me is our language, our customs, our habits, our belief systems, our customs, our beliefs, our practices, we are not going to go into any sect of religion. We are not going there. She's there, Uma, with us?
Yeah, she's there.
Okay, yes, I can see her.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
So that's culture. Now, when a student from our country goes overseas to study, there is a cultural difference. It's not about religion. It's about lifestyle, habits, food,
What wear, language.
Of course, culture will have a difference. Culture will make a difference wherever you go, whether to your workplace or to your college or to your school. But what do you do? Is any culture better? No. We are all equal. We all have strengths. We all have a lot of goodness. We keep focusing towards the goodness. We only focus towards the aspect that strengthens one and all. Anything that does not strengthen one and all equally, we leave it alone. It's not necessary to every time pick it up and start debating about it. We leave it alone and we move forward with our own good practices and belief systems. So yes, it will make a difference, but it should make a difference in a positive way.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. I now move on to Susitra. Susitra has a problem with video, but it's okay, Kanna. You can come and speak. It's okay without a video.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Susitra from 3rd batch ESF. My question is about what, according to you, are the best way to improve our knowledge? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, beta. To improve your knowledge, beta,
Yes, ma'am.
just be a keen learner. You need to be a keen learner. Be a student of life. Be a keen learner. When you're a keen learner, you will learn from everything. It's very important to learn and have knowledge in all aspects of life. Be an all-rounder. It's a need now. But if you're asking about knowledge as in skills, text, then you need to hear, you need to read, you need to watch, you need to see, you need to pick up the right kind of content. If you're talking of knowledge in terms of education, you need to plan your courses. But what Saina Auntie is trying to tell you is, be a student of life, keep your eyes and ears open, absorb everything, observe everything, learn your day-to-day skills. You must know your day-to-day skills. You must be aware of what's happening around you. It's also important to be worldly wise. It's also important to know what kind of setups. This is all knowledge. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Knowledge is not only what you find in textbooks. Real knowledge actually comes from life. Real knowledge comes from every experience of your life. Every experience of your life should be a teacher for you. That's real knowledge, beta. So be a keen learner and observe. Be a student of life. That's real knowledge.
Thank you, Saina. And I think one small advice would be for children to read biographies, especially because you will see more and more inspiring stories of the kind of mistakes these successful people have done and the learnings they got from those mistakes. So we don't need to repeat them. And autobiography of Dr. Kiran Bedi, Indira Gandhi, these are biographies that actually enrich you, make you feel like, okay, we can achieve whatever it is. And from Dhirubhai Ambani's autobiography, you can understand that no matter where we come from, but where we go is what matters. Irrespective of our economical backgrounds, if we dream big and work hard towards those dreams, we can definitely reach that with the milestone goals. Thank you, Saina, for that answer. Next, I move on to Swati for her question. Swati, can you switch on your video and unmute and speak?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Swati from USF First Batch, ma'am. My questions are, what are the reasons that youngsters not coming to political leaders? It is a government role or youngsters not capable to act as leader, ma'am?
Swati, switch on your video, Kanna.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Swati, youngsters not joining politics. You know, politics, see, the youngsters, a lot of youngsters, and it's the right thing, you all need sustainability. You all need job security, right? You need to take care of your day-to-day life. So politics is not job security. Politics is not a sustainable 9-to-6 job. You have to join politics for the right reasons. Your mission statement for joining politics should be very clean and clear. But for that, you must have a backup.
Very true.
So that you can practice the right kind of politics. For me, politics means governance. It means administration. It means a connect with the grassroots. It means knowing what's happening in your nation, the needs and wants of your nation. Now, with God's grace, let's say you have the right backup systems and you join politics. Now, once you join politics, Swati, that's another journey. Every member of a political party is different. But you have to hold your own.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you hold your own? If you have joined politics for the right reasons, you have to be mentally and physically very tough. And
Yes,
there are risks because you have to voice opinions about certain issues. You have to, there are no timings. There is no control of an environment. You're not working in a controlled environment.
Yes.
So till the power of conviction is not very strong in each of you or whosoever wants to join politics, don't do it. Until you don't have the correct backup, don't do it. Because politics is not means to an end. Politics is a massive yatra. You are committing yourself to the nation. If that's the way you look at politics, that's the way I look at politics.
Okay, ma'am.
Once you're in politics, you have to devote 24 hours to the nation.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
I
you
have
so much.
another question, ma'am.
Yeah, go,
Why
Swati.
is our country always at the stage of developing, ma'am?
I think
Why
we
is-
already answered. Go ahead, Saina.
Why is our country at a developing stage? Beta, there are certain parameters which define a developing country and a developed country, the per capita income and a lot of the amenities and the standard of living, the education levels. There are certain parameters. We are not going there. I will just leave an answer with you, which is for you. Who makes the country, beta?
All of us.
All of us. Keep developing yourself. You contribute to
All together.
you contribute to the development of the country. And how will you contribute? By developing yourself. So you tell yourself, Swati will contribute towards developing her country by developing herself. right? We do that.
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
Swati.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I now invite Ajira to come up with the next question. Ajira, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ajira, please come on video and speak. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Being ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Go ahead, Ajira.
What according to your best towards improve our knowledge, ma'am?
Improve your knowledge. Auntie, just answer that. Saina Auntie just answered that.
Yeah, we just answered that already.
But Dita, just since you've asked, all the content, you see that answer, but all the content that you consume, be watchful. All that you hear, all that you see, all that you read, okay? Be watchful of that because that's all going directly into your system.
Yeah, you have to watch. This question is already taken. So I will go with...
Ma'am, I have another question.
Okay, Ajira, go ahead.
What is the best way to serve my country? What kind of service can I do as a student?
By being a good student.
Being a good student.
By being a good student. And what does that mean? What does that mean? You tell me, Ajira, what does it mean to be a good student? Where are you, Beta?
Being a good student is not scoring only marks. I think we want to help some need persons like in their studies.
Helping others.
You study well, you take care of your, in whichever way, you take care of your classroom, you leave your desk and chair clean, you take care of your school bag, you take care of your notebooks, you say a prayer, you help your youngsters in their study work, you respect your teachers, you participate in school activities, you celebrate the patriotic our patriotic days, you celebrate our festivals, you read about the rich heritage of our country, you are a loving child to your parents, you develop yourself in every which way as a young student. That's what you do.
Thank you so much, Saina. I think you were spot on actually on that. Okay, I now move on to after Ajira. I think I do have Sneha. Sneha, come on video and also unmute and speak. Kana?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. My questions are, how is it possible to eradicate poverty, ma'am? And what are the basic things we have to change in our country, ma'am?
Poverty. Beta, basic, again, changing things in our country, basic things. It starts with us, each one of us. We all need to take a sankalpa. We all need to take a wow, that we'll be self-reliant. We'll be capable enough to be self-reliant. We see, you must understand, till we don't find dignity in work, I'm again saying this, till we don't find dignity in work, poverty cannot go. We all need to go out there and work to the best of our capacity. I am not talking about our country policies, our government policies, our systems in place, NGOs. I am not going there. I'm talking about just your life right now. You find dignity in work. You take a vow that I'm going to train myself with the correct skills. I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to break a few barriers. My thinking and mindset will be enlarged. I'll be a global citizen. I'll be a citizen of my nation. When you contribute towards earnings, when you contribute towards looking after yourself, you are contributing towards eradicating poverty. But of course, we need more infrastructure, we need more policies, we need more systems in place. But again, coming to the same thing, who's going to implement all this? People like us, you and me. We all contribute in our own way. I am trying to tell all of you today the power all of you hold in your own hand for such important issues also. Eradication of poverty, making our country developed, economic growth. The power is in your hands. We all contribute equally.
Absolutely, Saina. I would like to add here in Tamil for them. நம்ம வாழ்க்கையோட முன்னேற்றம் தான் நம்ம நாட்டோட முன்னேற்றத்துக்கு முக்கியமா இருக்கும். அதுக்கு நம்ம எல்லாருமே ஸ்வயமா கிருஷி பண்ணி, தட் இஸ் ஸ்வயமா கஷ்டப்பட்டு நம்மள சுத்தி என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கோ அதுல வேலை வாய்ப்புகளை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அதுல எந்த ஒரு கூச்சப்படாம கஷ்டப்பட்டு நம்ம சம்பாதிக்க முடிஞ்சு நம்மளோட வாழ்வாதாரத்துக்கு நம்மளே கமிட்டடா இருந்து நம்ம அதை ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டியா எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நம்ம லைஃப நம்ம மாத்த ஆரம்பிக்கணும். அந்த மாற்றம்ன்றது நம்ம கிட்ட ஆரம்பிக்கணும். நம்ம குடும்பங்கள், நம்மள சுத்தி இருக்கிறவங்க, நம்ம சமுதாயம் மாறும்போது இந்த நாடு தானா முன்னேறும். சரியா? I just translated them for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
My other question is, how do we become self-responsible? Could you give any tips for that, ma'am? What should we do to reach our life's goal, ma'am?
Your answer is in your question. How do you become self-responsible? You have to become self-responsible. By knowing yourself, by understanding yourself, by again a power of sankalp and power of intention that I am going to take responsibility for my life. I want to be a self-reliant, self-educated, self-skilled. I'm using the word self because you have to take responsibility for the self first. So groom yourself, educate yourself, teach yourself, read, write, learn your skills. Again, telling all the youngsters, no work is big or small. Learn everything. Be wise, be worldly wise, take care of yourself, know your day-to-day life. You must be aware of how to take care of your day-to-day life, your day-to-day relationships. Where is our child? There. You must know how to take care of your day-to-day life, your day-to-day relationships, your day-to-day responsibilities. Very important. They are as sacred as the big things of life, what you're defining as the big things of life. They're extremely sacred. How you fill your water, how you clean your home, how you look after your body, how you cook your food, how you store your food. I'm going down to the basics. Do you leave the tap running or do you shut it properly? What is your sanitation system for your home? How well do you clean your hands? Everything is important.
Absolutely.
That is how you become a responsible human being. Not responsible woman, man. Responsible human being.
Thank you so much, Saina, for that. Sneha, any more questions from you?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Krishna, who has to go next? Sneha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's going to ask the next question? Okay, I think the question that came in is, Right, when we were talking about food, Saina, the question that came in here right now is, in this world, food adulteration has become a serious problem. How do you think we can solve this?
Food adulteration, of course, it's a problem. Like, beta, again, Saina auntie is going to give you a different answer. Let's connect an emotion to food adulteration. People who practice food adulteration, what are they doing? They're mixing something to increase the quantity, right? For why? To increase their profit. What is that? Greed. What is that? A selfish way of living. What is abuse? Selfish way of living. What is greed? Selfish way of living. So food adulteration is not the problem. A selfish way of living. Of course, food adulteration is a problem, but the root cause of that problem is the hands that do it.
True.
Their own child can also be consuming that food packet. They don't realize it. Their own family can be consuming it. But what is the approach? Oh, it's not entering our home. Let it enter somebody else's. Why? Because it's a selfish way of thinking. It's a greedy way of thinking. Remove that. Again, the power each one of you hold. Don't do it. Don't do it. All the laws are there. All the rules are there. But what do you do with them? Again, we all are responsible. We all hold the power to make a difference. So the lesson to be learned from here is, from a selfish way of living, we move to a selfless way of living. And that's the only right way of living. No favor done. Oh, I'm a very nice person because I'm a selfless person. No favors done. That's the only way to be. So let's go to the emotion of the problem. Of course, food adulteration is a problem and we need to address it. There are children who are suffering. Don't we dump so much of plastic in our oceans and what happens to the marine life? What is that? When we mix things into medicines and people die, we have infected syringes. What is all this? It's greed. It's a very insensitive, selfish way of living, that it doesn't make a difference to me. How does it matter if somebody else's life is getting turned upside down? So beta, keep this in mind. You want to build your nation. You want to go from a developing country to a developed nation. The only way is a selfless way of living.
Thank you, Saina. One last question I have, but unfortunately, the child who was supposed to ask is not able to unmute herself. So I'll take that. It says, all of us know that agriculture is the backbone of India. When this is put aside for infrastructure purpose, like creating 8-way roads in Tamil Nadu, is it justified? What is your opinion? Yeah, Lavanya, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm again going to go into the emotional and the holistic approach of the answer.
Okay.
Development has to be holistic. Development has to be far-sighted. Development has to take care of the needs first and then the wants. Development has to involve everyone. When such plans are put in place, there should be a very, very open, massive dialogue where the citizens are involved. They take a sense of ownership of decisions.
Okay.
And whatever decision is taken, it should be in the true spirit of nation building.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saina. I know we are already on top of the hour, and almost you covered almost all the questions that we planned. We still have around 15 more questions, but probably we'll keep it for some other day. Thank you so much for being here. I will now check if Banu Rekha can come online. Banu, you're there? Banu, should I unmute you? Yeah. Banu, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Looks like she's also having a trouble to unmute. Okay. Thank you so much, Saina. This was quite an interesting evening. I know you have taken actually questions from all sides of life.
Thank you.
Because we have children who are coming from grassroots, but many of them are IAS aspirants. So they want to do IAS, IPS. Many of them want to become advocates. So, you know, I know how hard it is for children with so many challenges around to come up and take up such ambitions and achieve them. I think what you are doing there in the north and what all of us are here to do for these children, support them, motivate them, I think that is what makes a small difference to the lives that we can touch. So thank you so much. Krishna, do we have Naveen sir by any chance?
Uma, if you don't mind, can I just take a quick moment and thank...
Please go ahead, Banu. I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I just couldn't unmute. So, Saina, this is my first interaction, and watching you speak was like actually attending to a spiritual session, none less than that an experience that I've had with you. You seem so grounded and so full of experiences and so full of... how do I say? I think what you spoke today comes straight from your heart. And you have lived those values as we can see them, right? Your values are what you are actually passing on to the younger generation. Guys, what Saina has spoken today, there cannot be a better service to nation. There cannot be a better sense of patriotism or better sense of giving back to your community or to your country by inspiring. Even if we were to inspire, say, 2 people in this group of 100 that have joined today, I think mission accomplished, right? Because like the late great Kalam sir said that if you empower a woman and if you give her the power to run the family, you're actually empowering the nation at large, because she builds communities, families, and then overall the nation develops. That's what we heard today, right? So each of you, I'm so glad, Saina, you have accepted. I didn't know when Uma said that we will be bringing you on board for this session. That was one of the best decisions and beginning of the year, having to start with you. I think you have really done more than what we expected. I would love to meet you in person. Maybe Uma, you can connect me to her, because you seem to have really, really strong, very strongly rooted values, and your spiritual journey seems to be very strong, that you are able to come out with such good responses, so practical, unbiased. So thanks to you, wishing you and your family a very happy new year and happy new year to everybody who joined today. Make this a very interesting year. Last year we got a lot, like Saina, Uma, all of them said, we had a lot of learnings, right? How to value each other and how to learn from each other, and what is temporary in nature and what is going to be permanent even when we are not there in this world, in this body, in physical body. So I think this is the year for us to put that in action. So thanks everyone. For a lovely session. I really didn't know what to expect of this. And more importantly, Uma, the kind of questions that came from the young minds today. Yes. I never expected them to have, like, how do I serve my country? How do I remove poverty? These are the questions I never expected them to ask. I thought it is going to be one generic session, but I'm very inspired by the quality of questions that came today. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you, Banu, for your kind words. Thank you. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead, Krishna. Please come on video.
Ma'am, I'm not Krishna Kumari, ma'am. I am Hajira, ma'am.
Hajira, come on video, Kanna. We want to see you people as we talk. Sign a few more minutes.
Yes, please take your time. Let the children have their
Yeah.
Heart-filled.
Ajira, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a last question. As we all know, agriculture is the backbone of India.
We already answered that question, Ajira.
Oh,
Do you
okay,
have
ma'am.
anything else to thank, ma'am?
Nothing.
Anything else you want to ask me? Ajira, you are all geared up. You don't give up on your dreams. You stay at it, okay? And
Yes.
you walk on the path with a lot of hard work.
So anybody
Sure, ma'am.
would, I will unmute all of you. Please switch on your videos.
Anybody who yet wants to
quick, so that we can see all of you. Please switch on your videos and please do come online and let's have a quick take of a picture, please. Please switch on your videos, girls. We would love to see your faces. Ambika, please help me with the screenshots. Sukanya, the woman behind the technology, please come online, madam. Girls, it's so nice to see all of you. Wishing you all a very, very happy new year, though it's little belated. I think it really is a happy moment to have you all in the first session today. And definitely this makes a lot of difference to all of us, right from India Vision Foundation to Udayashalini, Udayan Care as we call, and also to EVIT being the primary organizer of the event, I2I Skills for facilitating this, Navjyoti Foundation and demonstrative learning. Thanks to Kiran Bedi madam for creating such a wonderful daughter like Saina, who is all geared up to take up her legacy forward. And at the most, I can say Jaydari Ma for giving us this wonderful opportunity, for bringing in Saina here to speak to all of you girls, which is an absolute delight to begin the year with. Thank you everyone, and thank you once again, Saina. This day had made absolutely a soul connecting experience with you.
Thank
Jai
you
Harima, and thanks everyone.
Jai Harima, it's all Ma's Kripa and lots of love to all of you. We
Thank
keep
you.
spreading love and light. We keep
Thank you.
spreading love, light, and might.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Beautiful. Look forward to connecting with you, Saina.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bachas. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, bache. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All the best. Take care. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much,
You
ma'am.
can see the chat, Saina. You can see the chat. Lot of.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. This is great.
Thank you, Saina, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
best.
you so much for your valuable
Lots of
contribution, ma'am.
love.
And you are looking so pretty, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, it's your eyes.
Yes, ma'am, you're looking.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love and eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you. You too. You too. I'm right here. Oh, I'm right here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lot of hearts coming to you, Saina.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. She stole her heart, ma'am.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Now keep that heart with you. It's with you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, we are waiting for the next section, ma'am.
To ask, ma'am.
They are waiting for the next session.
Oh, whenever you tell me, I'll be there. Whenever you tell
This is
me,
so
I'll be there.
cute. And you're so cute, ma'am.
Thank you. Even you are very cute. We all are. Thank you.
Thank you, Saina. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I'll connect with you. Thank you. Lots of
thank
love and a big warm hug. Jai Dharima Uma.
Same to you. Same to you. Jai Dharima. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Your native place, ma'am?
I'm born in Amritsar. In Punjab. I'm born there, but brought up in Delhi. Schooling in Delhi.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Lots of love.
Ma'am, when will you visit Tamil Nadu, ma'am?
Soon. Let COVID settle. Let the travel start. Then I'll visit beta.
Okay, ma'am. We are waiting.
Yes, thank you.
We are waiting for your present.
Thank you, my bacha. Thank you. Take care.
Please come to our college, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please come to our college, ma'am.
Uma, I'll connect with Uma, and Uma ma'am will take me all around.
Sure, definitely. I've been waiting near the airport all the time for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. And leave Uma.
Sukanya, we can, we'll close. Thank you. Sukanya, we can close the session.